Aloha and welcome to Showcase Hawaii, Hawaii's only home shopping show. I'm Wayne Nunez.
And I'm Lori Nunez.
Okay. It looks a little crowded on the set
like
because
it's raining umbrellas.
Yeah, exactly. But we, number one, need to feature our new umbrellas that we are bringing out or showcasing.
Right.
And these are our Monstera Hawaiian Quilt Print umbrellas in 2 new colors.
Yes.
We still have some of the purple and some of the yellow in the pineapple.
Right. But
In
it's
fact,
going
we have
fast.
them here.
Right.
And I just want to say, you love these. I'm not telling you that you love them, but you really love them because you're ordering
Yes.
a lot and you're
Yes.
sending them locally. You're sending them to the mainland. I have to point out, if you do decide to send it to the mainland, there is a $5 charge. Minimal charge to the mainland per umbrella.
Each umbrella.
Yes, so we want to point that. But locally, we cover the
Right.
shipping. It's just because these are a little
Well, the
heavy.
other great thing is a lot of you are purchasing a lot of umbrellas and then taking it with you on your travels.
Right.
So it's great because these are smaller,
Right.
more compact.
Yes.
Easy to put into your carry-on or your check-in bags, and just a very useful gift and beautiful gift. And the Monstera is a very, very popular design. So I know you're going to love it. These are going to go very quickly and great colors, I think.
And I also want to point out, these are different
Right.
than the ones, if you're watching for the first time, we featured the longer ones that didn't fold. These are different. Now I'm gonna try something and hopefully I'm not gonna
Knock
wipe
us
out
out.
the mic or anything
Right.
else, but I wanna show you. There's a little button right on the base of the handle. And let me see if I could do this.
Aim it.
I don't wanna take
Don't
out
aim it at the
either one of
microphone.
our eyes. Look at that. Look at that. And the cool thing is it pops right up, but I want to show you something else. Let's say you get in your car and it's pouring.
Yes.
You know how it pours.
And you have to squeeze in
Yeah.
between the door and get as far into the car as you can without getting wet.
And Lori's saying, close the door because it's getting rain
Well, and
in
then,
the
you
car.
know, as you're trying to pull it down, you're just getting soaked with rain. So
Right.
it's kind of like, forget it already.
So in a normal umbrella, you have to keep the car door open and then collapse the umbrella and then bring it in. Not our new umbrellas, not our new folding collapsible umbrellas. They expand when
I'm
you
gonna
push the
move.
button and they, watch, I'm gonna push the button again. They
Wow,
collapse.
that's like magic.
So you just, there's a flat piece on the top, you just push it down.
I didn't know that this was the feature you had created until you showed it to me.
And it kind of took her.
No, it was
aback.
great.
She was like,
It
wow.
was wow. It was a wow, you know,
Yes.
and we include instructions, but of course not everybody reads it, so we want to show
I'm one of
show
those
you.
people that didn't read it, actually.
I wanted Wayne to show you,
Right.
because it really does make a difference.
It does.
And it makes it easier. You know, some of you have tried that where you're struggling to push it open or struggling to pull it closed. This just makes it easier. And every time we create something, we're always trying to bring some joy into your life or make things easier for you, whether it's giving a gift to someone or treating yourself to something. You know, you want it to bring some joy.
You do. And this is kind of a simple pleasure.
Yes.
That's what I say. It's, number one, it's affordable, but it brightens your day on a rainy, cloudy day.
Right.
And then on a sunny day, because it has SPF 30, it will brighten your day too.
Well,
and it will
and-
protect you at the same time.
And if you are traveling, you know what it's like. You get to your destination, and if it's raining, now you have to go out and buy an umbrella. And a lot of times, depending on the size of the umbrella, you're not going to be able to bring it home with you, so you leave it in your hotel room or wherever, right? With whoever you're visiting. But, you know, it's nice if you can bring a little bit of Aloha with you.
Yes, exactly.
And you can use it wherever you are. You could gift it to someone and leave it there if you wanted to, but it's a gift of Aloha. I mean, it's Hawaiian Quilt Print umbrellas, or you can bring it back home and continue to use it.
What I loved is when we brought it on our travels with us, people were kind of pointing. Maybe they were pointing at me. Maybe I had something in my teeth. So they were pointing and they were smiling and looking. Now, the great thing about these umbrellas, not only is the SPF 30, as I said earlier, we have fiberglass ribs on these, so they're very, very flexible. The other thing is there is a vent
That was
right
a
at the
very,
top.
very smart design.
Well, the vent is there so that the wind passes through on a windy day, and it doesn't
It helps it from not
taking
blowing.
you with it.
Well, you know how it will blow the opposite direction
Flip inside
and
out.
it will flip inside out. So
Yeah.
this helps prevent that from happening.
Yeah, so that extra layer at the top, and we designed it so it integrates right within the design. That extra layer
Right.
allows the wind to pass through,
Right.
and it won't turn your umbrella inside out. The other thing is it has a 45-inch canopy. The canopy is
That's
huge.
huge.
A lot of smaller foldable umbrellas are either a 24-inch, which is very small,
Right.
and they're very flimsy,
Well, the
or
thing
a
about
36-inch.
that is your shoulders end up getting wet.
Right. Or your
because-
partner
Right.
gets
But,
wet.
I mean, if there's two of you under the umbrella, but even if you have a small umbrella and it's just one person,
Right.
sometimes because of the way you're trying to, fight the wind or put it in the direction of the rain, then your shoulders are getting soaking wet, and that's when you can get a chill and get cold.
Well, the other thing is, Lori will be pristinely dry, and then I will be dry on one side of me, and then wet on the other. So this is big enough to where
Right.
if we both want to be under the canopy, we could be under the canopy, and we're not going to get wet.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. But that nice long spread is perfect because, again, if you don't want to
Right.
get wet, you won't get wet. But if you don't want the
Right.
sun, you don't get the sun.
Well, on that note, when you think about it, usually here it's not so cold, it's still a little warmer when it's raining. But if you think about on the mainland, it can be very cold and cold rain, and so you don't want to get wet and get that chill or get cold. Sometimes you could cover your shoulders, but then it's hitting the rest of you and getting you drenched in rain.
Lori is
So-
big on not getting chilled on her shoulders.
It's true.
Because
How many of you out there believe that?
if
That's
she
true,
gets
right?
chilled on her shoulders, it took her like a year to find pajamas that came to a right length and covered
Cover.
her neck and her shoulders
Yeah.
and her arms. I'm telling you, it took a long, long time. And
I
then
know I should design my own.
when she couldn't find them and she got sick, or she'd get a cold, a chill, she blamed it on the fact that, oh, my neck is cold. Oh, my shoulders are cold.
It's true though. I bet all of you are sitting out there going, "That's right. That's true."
Wear a
Because
scarf.
if you get, chilled or chilled. So anyway, the point is we thought about all of these things to make sure that you're comfortable, you stay dry, and don't forget these have SPF protection as well, 30. So a lot of you love walking during the day in the sun. Even sometimes we'll go out on our walk when it's coming towards evening, but the sun is still out.
And I want
Late
to.
afternoon, I guess.
I also want to point out these are waterproof. Some people ask us that question. Are they waterproof?
Because
Yes.
they've told us that they've had umbrellas that got soaking wet. Which
Right.
that makes no sense to me. But where it wouldn't repel the water, and then
It drips through.
it drips through, it gets heavy, they get wet, all that. So definitely this repels the water. It has a velcro closure, and
Yes.
as Wayne's showing you, it comes with
This
its own
handy dandy cover,
cover.
which when you get it, it's going to have the cover on that. And it's going to look in like this nice, neat package.
Did you explain about the handle yet? I'm not sure.
No, the handle
Oh,
I
okay.
want to point out, and hopefully we'll have an image up there coming up soon.
Oh, and you can see the demo of that.
The collapsibility.
And there's
The vent.
the vent and the ribs.
Yeah, so it's a double piece of fabric. So, and then as I was saying, and as Lori just pointed out, the ribs, the fiberglass ribs make a huge difference because you want it to flex. You don't want it to be so stiff. And sometimes when you're walking, sometimes you might run into somebody.
Right.
And you don't want it to be so hard that it doesn't give when you run into them.
Right.
So that's what I like about it. But you could see it does collapse down very, very nicely. It comes with that bag, which sometimes I use, sometimes I don't. But the bag is very useful.
Nice to have.
It's similar to, you know, when you go into a store and they have those plastic bags
Oh, for
to
keeping
keep the water.
from dripping all
Exactly.
over the floor.
So that's why I like to use the bags. I like to collapse it, put it
That's
in
a
the
good
bag,
idea.
and then it won't drip. The ends also have these nice little metal balls. And again, that button to expand it is just an easy one push button.
Yeah.
You just push the button, it expands to that 45-inch canopy, and you're able to go about your way. There's also
Right.
a little strap.
Oh, strap, which is very,
At the
very
end of-
useful.
I think so.
I want to point out the beautiful designs and that you get to enjoy it from the inside and the outside. So when you're holding the umbrella and you look up, you know, it just, you get to see the design from the inside of the umbrella as well as from the outside. And then anyone who sees you walking will get to enjoy that design. It's funny because Wayne and I were out and we saw someone walking with our umbrella and we're like, oh, look.
I even
look."
took a picture.
Yeah, it was neat. You
Yeah,
know?
it was. It
And
was
I mean,
kinda-
it happens a lot, but it's just fun when you see that and you know that they're enjoying it.
Now, I also want to point out we have this beautiful engraved Hawaiian proverb, "Ola ikawai aka apua," which
so
means.
beautiful that there is life in the water from the clouds.
Now, this is a big hit because when you want to give something from Hawaii, you want it to be special.
And have a special meaning.
Yeah, this has a special
Right.
meaning, a special Hawaiian blessing. And when you're walking around with it, you know, it just kind of changes the perspective of everything. And when you think about what the saying means, then it does kind of, you know, when
Well,
it's raining,
yeah.
you do feel like, oh,
It's beautiful.
yeah, it is beautiful.
I mean, I love when it rains. I love the sound. I love the smell, you know, the scent that it creates, the atmosphere. It just always feels very cozy and, you know, and then when you think about it, that water is giving life. I mean, you see it in your yard or the parks or even driving along the freeways and the roadways. You'll see all the trees, everything turns vibrant and green.
and then
so-
you get a rainbow.
Yes.
And then a double rainbow. And then a triple rainbow. Have you ever
I
seen
have
a triple
that.
rainbow?
Yes.
When you see that, you know your day's gonna be good because nothing's gonna, you know, make
Right.
your day bad. But we will be releasing, yes, more colors of different styles throughout the year. So you have to make sure you stay tuned in. We are having a special. Now I want to point out the special is 2 for $55. So every time you buy a set of 2, you are gonna get that special.
That's a really, really good deal. And I can't believe we're doing free shipping locally.
Right.
Again, on the mainland, and all of you understand that because postage has gone up, but just $5 each umbrella, and our customers are always more than happy to pay that. It's just makes it affordable for everyone, and that is really a very minimal.
It is. Well,
price.
I'm amazed that we're able to keep free shipping for as long as we have.
I know.
And we've told people that because we are saving you on shipping, we would like you to have the patience of waiting for the product. Some people think you're going to get the product the next day.
Right.
We ask that you allow for at least a week, 5 business days to get your product, because we like to combine all our shipping at the one time, which saves us, and we put that forth to you, and it saves you
and
too.
It's packaging, and we try to go in the order that the orders are received, and but you always get some people who are like, oh, 2 weeks, 1 month, no problem, fine.
I'm thinking 1 month.
And then you get other people who are like, oh, I ordered yesterday and it's not here yet, so.
And then you get people that say, oh, I'm ordering this for Christmas and it's in June. So you get people that all different sorts, but we just want to point out we still are offering free shipping here in Hawaii, and we love the fact that we're able to still do that with these umbrellas, because these umbrellas, I also have to point out, they're about a pound each, a little over a pound each. So when you get over a pound, when you're mailing something, it could get quite expensive, but we wanted to pass the savings on to you.
And I have to say, our customers who have been with us for years and years, because again, this is our 16th year.
Yes.
Wow.
In October, we'll be hitting 17.
Wow. We have customers who were calling, writing, emailing, texting, sending cards even, saying, when are you going to get your umbrellas? I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And now we were working very diligently.
It's not that easy.
Trying to figure out the designs, the colors, the sizing, the features, making it really, really special for you, and putting in as many features as we could to just make it something that you're gonna enjoy, use, and really love gifting to someone, because then they tell you how happy they are. I mean, have you ever given a gift and then it's like they don't use it, or
they re-gift it?
Right.
That's the worst. This will never be a re-gift. I guarantee that. Now, I want to talk about how the process, because you mentioned that people were asking, when are you going to get it? When are you going to get it? A lot of people are waiting for new things, and we try to come out with new things throughout the year. But we had designed umbrellas in the past, as I said, that were the long stick umbrellas,
the full
umbrellas,
which people loved.
Which people loved.
Yeah.
And we loved them too, because we sent out thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of these umbrellas. Now, we had it all nice and easy, and the designs were set, and then we decided, we want to make something that is more portable, because a lot of people buy them and they want to bring them on the plane, or they want to carry them around with them, or put it in their bag. So I had to go back to the drawing table for you.
Literally.
And I had to redesign it, because not only did I have one panel, I had to design for 2 panels.
By panels, he means these.
The upper one for the vent, and then the lower one for the canopy. So I had to go back and change all the designs. I still wanted to have that Hawaiian quilt print feel to it. And then I had to put it all together so that the panel and the canopy matched seamlessly, and it didn't look awkward.
See, and that's why it's very meaningful when you tell us how much you love it.
Yes, that's right. It gives me validation.
Yes, and you feel like it was all worth it.
The hours and hours that we spent designing for you, I do feel it's all worth it. But it only takes one person, and we've had many people say they love the umbrellas. So it does make me feel good when you say that. And we feel great sending them out, and all around the island, all around the world. We've sent these all over the place, and people really do enjoy it. And the fact that we have the foldable now, and the collapsible and expandable one, and the windproof feature, and the fact that it's 45-inch, I think this one is going to even fly out even more. we are, as I said earlier, going to be releasing different styles and different colors. So if you haven't gotten, let's say, the pineapple yet,
Right.
the yellow and the purple are very popular. And then our next popular is the green and the beige for some reason.
Well, the beige goes with everything
and
for anyone.
And Lori held her
So-
ground. I got to give it to her. She said, I really like the beige and the
Right.
black. And I
Yes.
said, I
It's
want
very
more color,
classic.
more
It's
vibrancy.
classic, though.
And she said, no, it could go with everything. The guys love it. The women love it. It's very neutral. It
Right.
really is something that you could use, and it's
Right.
classic, as you said, and very modern at the same time.
Yes.
And I said, no, I think I'll wait till, I don't think, I'm not convinced. And she said, I'm telling you, people love the beige and the dark color,
Right.
the combination. So when we featured it with our older style umbrellas, they flew out. And now we're featuring it again with this foldable, so
Right.
you're gonna have to add it to your collection.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, and the thing is, when I say collection, if you have the umbrellas, I think you're lucky that you bought in the past, because we get people that say they bought the umbrellas, they left it somewhere, they gifted it to somebody, they had it at the office and somebody took it.
I know.
They had it on the porch and somebody walked up and walked away with it. So, or they had a relative visiting,
Right.
and the relative loved it so much, so
Yeah.
they gave it to them.
Right.
So if you're lucky,
Hawaii people are like that.
yeah, if you're lucky enough to have a collection of our different color umbrellas, I think that's great. Add this
Right.
to the collection. But if you've no longer have that umbrella, then
Yes.
this is the perfect time
Right.
to get in on that special.
And people do usually tell us they get more than one for themselves because they want one by the door, in the car, and then they always have one that they walk with, when they go on walks in the mornings or the evenings. And we have so many people who share stories with us about how they love using their umbrella. So you should definitely get one for yourself, and then you can always let us know how you're using your umbrella. But I'm so happy for all the people who were so patiently waiting,
Right.
waiting and waiting and waiting. And then I do just want to caution you, those of you who will say, oh, I was thinking about it and I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to gift it to, because I don't want it to be where you call and then we're sold out. So we
Yes.
only have a limited amount of each design. So make sure you order as soon as possible.
Yeah, I want to mention that if we are sold out and I happen to answer the phone, I'll say, oh, just a minute, let me check. And then I'm afraid to tell you. So if she's not busy, I'll hand her the phone, and then she could let you down lightly, because I don't want to disappoint you. I don't want to be the buzzkill. I let her
Thanks.
do it. Yeah, so Lori will let you down very easy. But it's easy to order. Give us a call at 888-965-7467.
Or 808-892-3337.
Or log on to www.showcasehawaii.tv.
Looking for Hawaii-inspired items at affordable prices? Watch Showcase Hawaii at 6:30 a.m., 3 p.m., and 12:30 a.m. every day on Spectrum Channel 1016.
Once again,
Here we go.
our Puanani hibiscus bangles. Now, you have seen the other colors in the past. We're adding 2 more colors. We have this violet, which it was really hard to capture. It's kind of like a blue-purple.
Right.
And then we have the red. But the difference on this particular one, and we've offered a silver base in our white with the silver flowers. This is also a silver base, but it's the purple with a white background, or
It's a
the red
yeah.
with the white background. So you could choose.
I think when I look at this, I really feel like this is symbolic of Hawaii. Aloha, Hawaii, vibrant colors, the red and the white. I can just think of all the different clothing you could wear that would
Right.
match this. Whether you go solid and you're wearing, black, blue, white, or red, or really so many colors can match with both of these. But I also think of all the Hawaiian print designs that this would complement.
Yes.
So it's really great. And for those of you on the mainland, right, and you visited here, or you have family here, or you live part-time here, and you just want to bring a little bit of that Hawaiian element, that, you know, aloha print to your dressing of what you're wearing. This is just that perfect touch.
It just kind of adds, it's the topping on the cake.
I have to say, you know, it just makes it so fun to wear. And it makes, you know, I think when you're getting dressed or you're ready to go somewhere, or just that process, sometimes it can be stressful. Oh no, what should I wear? I want to make sure I look nice, and does this match or whatever. It's so
I don't think that.
much nicer.
That goes through your head?
Yeah, sometimes. So
that's what takes her so long, and that's why I have a chair by the door, and I sit there and I wait.
A lot of you know about that chair by the door, right?
Yeah, that's why.
So the thing is, though, when you have things that match,
like socks,
whether it's your clothes, your shoe matches your outfit, whatever, your makeup matches, you know, but when your jewelry matches, and you feel like, I don't know, you feel really put together.
Fancy.
Yeah, but even, like, you could be wearing something solid. That makes it easy, right? Like solid black, or solid white, or solid pink, solid blue, solid purple, whatever. And then you just want to add some color and some design. And then it becomes a focal point. I mean, I just think it's really, it's so neat to have something like this. Now, I do want to also say it comes with its own bag. The reason why we like putting it in, and it is a matching organza bag, is because it's easy to gift. And for the person you're gifting to, even if it's for yourself, this makes it easy. So let's say you're traveling and you don't want to wear it the whole time you're on the plane. Maybe you want to take a nap or whatever. You can put this in your bag and then pull it out when you're ready. It also makes it easy gift giving to just give it to someone.
Yes.
Right? See, you don't think about all that.
It's very easy to order. You could give us a call at 888-965-7467.
Or 808-892-3337.
Well, we hope you were able to get in on one of these great deals today.
The ordering process is so fast and so easy, so log on to showcasehawaii.tv.
Thanks for watching.
Bye for now.